Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of the In the Ring Show with your host, Devious Damien. Well, now that WWE Money in the Bank 2012 is officially in the history books, let's do the rundown of tonight's Money in the Bank show. So on the pre-show that you can see for free on YouTube, if you didn't see it, Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, they beat Camacho and Hunico. No real surprise there. Saw that ending coming a mile away. So they kick off the show with the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank match. And Dolph Ziggler wins, which, you know, I thought was a good call. I'm glad they didn't have, like, Damian Sandow win it. I also think Tyson Kidd would have been a good choice. But Dolph Ziggler was probably the most logical choice to have win it. So, after that, you get a couple of segments, one with The Miz coming out, saying that he's back and that he's going to be in the Money in the Bank match involving the WWE Championship. And he has a more adult haircut, a little bit stubble on his face. You know, he just looks a little bit more, you know, adult than more... He just looked a little bit young before. So then after that, Sheamus talks about his match with Del Rio and how he's going to win. And so we get... So the next we get the video package hyping Sheamus and Del Rio, which that match comes up next. And Alberto Del Rio, he loses, and Sheamus is your winner and retains the title. So then Del Rio and Rodriguez begin to beat down Sheamus. Out comes Ziggler, attempts to cash in. Now I would like to note something that I thought was kind of ironic. Sheamus is getting beat down by Rodriguez and Del Rio, and instead of them trying to chant for Sheamus to get back up, you can very clearly hear, "We want Ziggler, we want Ziggler." And it just kind of, you know, it kind of makes me wonder how the people who are, you know, in the creative team, and how Sheamus himself must have felt that as the babyface, he's getting the crap kicked out of him, yet they want Dolph Ziggler to come out and cash in on him. Just kind of wonder how that made Sheamus feel. But as Ziggler comes out, yeah, he gets a huge pop, then he argues with Del Rio and Rodriguez, hits them with the briefcase, but then Sheamus gets up from that beatdown, Brogue kicks him. But, however, this does not affect Ziggler's cash-in because the bell for the match, it never officially rang, so the match never technically happened. So, then we get So then we get the Tag Team Championship match with, you know, or not Tag Team Championship, excuse me, a Tag Team match with Epico and Primo against the Primetime Players. Epico and Primo win, and they're kind of making a joke out of the Primetime Players being the #1 contenders. Either they're walking out on matches or they're losing them, which really doesn't make me see them as legit contenders to beat Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. And if they actually have the Primetime Players beat Kofi Kingston and R-Truth after walking out on matches and losing matches, to me that's just sloppy booking on their part. So, anyway. So then we get more videos hyping Raw's 1000th episode, and we get a Daniel Bryan backstage interview with Josh Matthews, and talking about AJ and blah blah blah. Yeah, so then after that, after we get the Epico and Primo versus the Primetime Players match, then after that we get CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. Now, the reason I'm reacting this way and shaking my head and kind of rubbing my forehead like what the fuck is because this match should have been at the end of the night for two reasons. One, it's for the WWE Championship. Now, can somebody... Now, I know what a lot of you are going to say. Well, John Cena is their golden boy, so of course he's going to go out last. But, somebody explain something to me. Now, I know that, you know, as far as business is concerned, you know, whoever's drawing the most money is going to be the top guy. I know that. But the casual fan, who doesn't know that? How do you justify, to the casual fan, mind you, how do you justify John Cena not holding a championship belt of any kind should be more important than CM Punk, who is the WWE champion. How do you, like, how, to a casual fan, how do you justify that? How? Tell me. The other reason I think that this match should have been last is because, think about it. Now that you've had this, and I'll do a little spoiler here, the Money in the Bank ladder match for the considered the WWE Championship, that was the last match. So therefore, when you have the Money in the Bank match, excuse me, for the WWE Championship be the last match, you take away the suspense. You take away the whole, is somebody going to cash in on CM Punk? You just took that away from us. Because now that you have this here, and the WWE Championship ladder match at the WWE Money in the Bank ladder match at the end, you know, you take away the suspense. And that was fucking stupid. Stupid booking on the WWE's part. Fucking dumb. I swear to Christ. And while we're on the subject of bad booking, CM Punk wins this match. Now, I guess I should have seen CM Punk's win coming when they were hyping the fact that he's coming close to breaking a couple records as far as reigns. Like, he's coming close to Shawn Michaels' reign, to Bret Hart's, to the reign of Hulk Hogan in 1991. I should have known that Punk was going to win. However, as much as I like Punk, I think having Daniel Bryan win due to AJ screwing Punk, I personally think that would have been a better ending. But that's not the ending they went. They had CM Punk win. So it is what it is. Whatever. So after this, we get Ryback versus Rex and Hawkins. Now, I will say that I was actually somewhat impressed with this match, because we actually saw Ryback seem somewhat human here. You know, Ryback actually had to endure some punishment. Rex and Hawkins actually got a pretty good amount of offense in on Ryback. And that was one of the first times you ever seen Ryback take a beating. And I actually thought that was kind of good that they actually had him have to come back from a little bit of adversity, at least, to get the win here. You know, because if you just have him go out there and squash everybody, the fans are not going to get behind him in any way. They're not going to cheer him. They're not going to boo him. Or they might boo him, but they might be booing him because, get this guy the fuck out of my ring, because we're just, you know, we don't like seeing him anymore. So, worst match of the night coming up right here. Layla, Tamina, and Caitlyn against Beth Phoenix, Natalya, and Eve. First things first. Since when was this match put together, and for what purpose? Can somebody explain to me what the purpose behind this match was? I mean, they just were thrown out there. And here's another thing that confuses me. It was back in Elimination Chamber 5 months ago, when Natalya and Eve didn't like each other. When Natalya was farting on Eve while announcing that they were going to be fighting later in the night. And it's like, so, you know, you had Natalya turning babyface, go around farting on people, and now all of a sudden she's turned heel again to team with Beth Phoenix and Eve. What? Like, can somebody tell me since when did Natalya just inexplicably get turned heel again? Come on, WWE, be consistent. Either have somebody be babyface or heel. And if you're going to turn them, at least give an explanation why. Don't just be, oh, they're going to be babyface one day, heel the next, with no explanation. It's sloppy booking. And, you know, when you're inconsistent like that, people just don't want to fucking watch your product. God. This pay-per-view was hard for, at certain points, was hard for me to, you know, sit through. And then, after that shitty fucking Divas match, here comes the second worst match of the night. God. The WWE Championship Money in the Bank match. This match was fucking shit. Because I'm not saying, well, okay, not every moment was shit, but there were some good moments, but the majority of it was just sloppy, it was stupid, and even though I knew Cena was going to win, so I really couldn't do much complaining about that, because, well, I knew it was going to happen, so really, what are you going to do? But the way Cena won it, oh yeah. Don't even get me started on that horse shit. So him and Big Show are fighting on top of the ladder. Cena is smashing Big Show with a briefcase. Okay. I can buy that. I can let that one go. All of a sudden, what appears to be a fluke, which apparently is actually rigged to have happened, at least it appeared, but they go with the ending of Cena accidentally pulling the briefcase down. Really? As the Miz would say, really? I mean, come on. One of the most retarded endings to a WWE ladder match I've ever seen. I mean, if you're going to have Cena win, I mean, I don't know. It just made no sense. And for you to have Cena not really win in what I consider a convincing fashion, I mean, that just made no sense. If you want to promote Cena the way you're promoting him, he should have won the match in a convincing fashion. Not just he's hitting Big Show with the briefcase, and all of a sudden somehow it just miraculously comes off through no explanation somehow. And then as if that isn't stupid enough, then Cena sees the handle to the fucking briefcase on the mat. Oh, I'm taking this. This belongs to me. Who gives a fuck about the handle of the briefcase, man? What, do you like, seriously, Cena, do you somehow think that just because you don't have the handle of the fucking briefcase, your attempt to cash in whenever you do it's not going to count? What, do you really think people are going to look at it and be like, oh, wait a minute, that handle's not on it. You can't cash in without the handle. And then what are you going to do, Cena? Oh, well, wait a minute. I've got the handle right here in my pocket. Here you... Come on. I mean, seriously. I just... I wasted $54.95 on this horse shit. Now, I know some of you were going to come at me and say, Damien, I hear you say you waste $54.95 on these pay-per-views. You can go online and you can do these streams and you can watch it for free. I'm aware of this, people. But think about this. Even if I was doing that, do you really think I'm stupid enough to stay here on worldwide internet community where anybody around the world can be watching me, and I'm just going to admit that now, granted, I'm not admitting to nothing, but even if I was watching on an illegal stream, do you really think I'm going to admit to that on a worldwide, video community? I'm not going to admit to that. Come on. And if you do, you're fucking stupid. Because, basically, if you admit to that, somebody could call their local authorities and say, this guy with this screen name on YouTube is admitting to, watching illegal streams of pay-per-views. Now, granted, it's going to take, the police some doing, or whoever, to track down the guy's screen name, log the IP address, blah, 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 blah. But the point is, that person's eventually going to get caught. So, even if I was watching on an illegal stream, why the fuck would I be... I'm not going to be fucking stupid enough to admit it. Come on. So anyway, the point is, this pay-per-view is fucking stupid. Waste of fucking money. It really was. Because, first of all, it's been across the WWE. They're waiting for a time to bring Rey Mysterio back. Hello, you could have brought him back tonight and put him in the Money in the Bank match at the end, because he is a former WWE champion. Granted, maybe only for a few minutes or a couple hours, but the point is, he was still a former WWE champion. And you just waste this opportunity to bring him back? Bullshit. I'm not saying you should have had Ray win, but you at least should have put him in the fucking thing. That's all I'm saying. Money in the Bank, fail, 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 fail. For this edition of the In the Ring show, this is Devious Damien signing out. Good night, everybody.